The overnight guest. Blizzards. The overnight guest. Blizzards, blood, and buried secrets. Part 1. Introduction. Solitude in the white blindness. Welcome back to the channel. Picture this. You are alone in an isolated farmhouse in the middle of a brutal Iowa blizzard. There is no electricity, no cell service, and the wind is howling like a wounded animal. Suddenly, you look out into the swirling snow and see a small, injured child lying unconscious in your yard. What do? In Heather Gudenkauf's bone-chilling thriller, The Overnight Guest, we meet Wylie Lark. Wylie is a true crime writer who has made a career out of documenting other people's tragedies. She has retreated to this remote house to finish her latest book. But she isn't just in any house. She is staying at the actual site of a horrific double murder and a mysterious disappearance that happened decades ago. When Wylie opens her door to save that mysterious child, she doesn't realize that she has also opened the door to a dark past that was never truly buried. Today, we break down a story where the cold outside is nothing compared to the secrets hidden within. This is the final chapter of our 12-book series journey, and it is a masterpiece of suspense. Part 2. The story structure. 3 tangled threads. To truly appreciate the genius of this book, you have to understand its structure. Gudenkauf masterfully weaves together 3 separate timelines that slowly collide into one explosive revelation. A. The present. Wylie Lark's survival. In the present day, Wylie is trapped. The blizzard has turned the world into a white prison. After she brings the injured child inside, the tension skyrockets. Wylie realizes the child is terrified and barely speaks. But soon, she notices footprints in the snow that don't belong to her. Someone is outside. Someone is trying to get in. The present-day storyline is a claustrophobic survival thriller that will keep your heart racing. B. The past. The year 2000. This timeline takes us back to the hot summer of 2000. We follow 2 young best friends on a remote farm. This is the true crime that Wylie is researching, a night of unthinkable violence where 2 parents were murdered and a young girl vanished into thin air. As we read, we see the cracks in this small town community and the events that led to that bloody night. C. The perspective of the child in the cave. This is perhaps the most painful and haunting part of the book. It tells the story of a woman and a child held captive in a small, dark, enclosed space for years. They are hidden away from the world, surviving on hope and the desperate instinct to stay alive. At first, you have no idea how this fits into Wylie's story, but as the pages turn, the connection becomes a chilling reality that will make your skin crawl. Part 3. Shocking elements, claustrophobia and maternal instincts. Gudenkauf uses several psychological elements to make this book unforgettable. Claustrophobia and isolation. The author creates a dual sense of fear. There is the wide-open fear of the blizzard, where you can't see an inch in front of you, and the tight-closed fear of the basement and the isolated house. Whether you are outside in the storm or inside the walls, there is no escape. This constant feeling of being trapped is the engine that drives the suspense. The identity of the child. The biggest question that haunts the reader is, who is this child? Where did they come from in the middle of a storm? The answer isn't a simple one. It involves layers of deception and a decades-old conspiracy that Wylie is accidentally unraveling. The power of maternal instinct. At its heart, The Overnight Guest is a tribute to the lengths a mother will go to protect her child. This theme ties all 3 timelines together. It's about the sacrifices made in the dark and the fierce, animalistic need to ensure the next generation survives, even when the world has forgotten you exist. Part 4. Detailed evaluation. The art of the cliffhanger. Why does this book work so well? It comes down to 2 things: pacing and logic. Masterful pacing. Heather Gudenkauf is a queen of the cliffhanger. Every chapter ends with a revelation or a question that makes it physically impossible to stop reading. She jumps between the hot summer of 2000 and the freezing winter of the present, creating a contrast that keeps your brain sharp and engaged. The perfect connection. In many thrillers, the twists can feel forced or illogical. But in The Overnight Guest, when the three timelines finally merge, it feels like a puzzle piece clicking into place. The clues were there all along, hidden in plain sight. It is a 10 out of 10 for plot construction. Exploring trauma. Beyond the thrills, the book is a deep dive into psychological trauma. It explores how a single event can echo through generations and how the survivors of a crime often carry a burden that is invisible to the rest of the world. Wylie Lark isn't just a writer. She is a woman running from her own shadows, and this house forces her to finally face them. Part 5. Conclusion. The Storm of the Past. The final message of The Overnight Guest is haunting. The past never truly dies. It just waits for a storm to return. It's a reminder that secrets have a way of surfacing, no matter how deep you bury them or how much snow covers the ground. A final farewell to the series. And with that, we come to the end of our 12-book journey. Over the last few weeks, we have traveled through incredible landscapes. We've learned about the visionary mind of Steve Jobs, the terrifying institutes of Stephen King, the financial scandals of Enron, and the dark psychological depths explored by Heather Gudenkauf. We've seen that whether a book is about business, psychology, or fiction, they all tell a common story: the story of the human spirit, our capacity for great evil, but also our incredible power to survive, to change, and to find the light. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey of decoding these 12 powerful books. If you enjoyed this series, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. Which of these 12 books was your favorite? Which one are you going to pick up first? Until next time, keep reading, keep questioning, and stay curious. The next story is just around the corner. Goodbye.